Leos, hello, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Nino. I hope you all are doing well. So, I don't have a nail video today, but I did do my nails. Ooh. Ooh. But yeah, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Let's see. Let's see. Please give me information for Leo, please and thank you. All right. So at the bottom of the deck, starting off, we have the Seven of Pentacles. Excuse me. We have the Seven of Pentacles, Scout of Wands, Backpacker of Pentacles, and the Five of Cups in reverse. So I feel like somebody jamming the music right now. Now I know I got my music, right? But somebody literally in their car jamming the music. So Leos, um, maybe you're on your way to go meet somebody to go have pizza with them, like for lunch. That's what I'm getting. Also, I just feel like you're like in better spirits these days. You may have been dealing with some sadness, but I'm not like getting that right now. I don't feel like you're dealing with any sadness right now. I think because you finally came to the realization of things. And so right now, I just feel like you were just living your best life right now. And, you could be working towards uh, watering like things you may have already planted and working on watching them grow and maintaining whatever it is you planted. Yeah. So let's get more info. So I don't know. I feel like whatever you realized, because whatever you was harping on, it you couldn't do nothing with it. But once you turned around and realized there was two cups behind you, that's what got you moving forward. Okay, so now you could be like really driving into like your spiritual journey. Okay. Someone could have a tattoo on their shoulder. Let's see. Let's get more information. We have the Five of Wands, the Five of Pentacles, the Empress. Bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Wands, but it's in reverse. And then the cards, we have, like I said, Five of Wands, Five of Pentacles, and the Empress. So things may have gotten a little like unstable in your life with this Four of Wands. Okay. And so there may have been like some conflicts, some disagreements, some sort of tension, some sort of something you were struggling with, Leo. You may have lost like a lot, like financially, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So whatever this was that created instability in your life, it may have like turned your home and things going on in your home upside down. It was due to some conflict, disagreement, struggle. You may, like I said, you may have lost a lot financially. This puts you in a place of like a lack mindset, right? Because remember I said earlier you were too focused on the things that like were no longer for you until you turned around and realized there was no need for a lack mindset. You really still like whatever you lost, you you didn't realize you still had what it was you needed. Cuz whatever it was you lost, maybe you didn't need it anymore. It was maybe something that you just didn't need anymore. And because you realize what you realize, you are now in this Empress energy where like you probably feel more fertile, or your creativity has heightened. Um, you're better at being more creatively expressive, something like that. Or this could be a pregnancy, because I did say, fertility. And if this is a pregnancy, I'm seeing somebody may have had like some difficulties with their pregnancies, with like about 3 pregnancies, and now, you know what I'm saying? You're pregnant, right? But I'm getting like twins. I'm getting twins. Okay. So maybe this is what you're the seed you planted, right? And maybe this is what you're nurturing so that you can help it grow. Okay. Wow. All right. Okay, Leos. If that's what, if this is about a baby, you're definitely about to have you some twins. They may be water signs, or they could be babies that just love water or something like that. Oh, and if you did struggle with pregnancies, Leo, I'm sorry, and I'm happy for you if this resonates with someone who's pregnant and having twins. But if it's not about a baby, then you're moving on, because now your creative juices are flowing. You know what I'm saying? You feel creative again. You realize you didn't really lose anything but yourself. Okay, and so now you just working back on getting back to you, a better you, actually. So yeah, okay, Leo, that's what I'm talking about. Do that. All right, let's see. All right. So we have thought power. And thought power is all about like this is like, to me, like telepathy. So maybe your gifts have heightened and now you can like telepathically communicate to others, or maybe you hear other people telepathically and maybe don't know how to or understand how to, speak telepathically to those you may hear reaching out to you telepathically, but you know that there's something different about your thoughts these days, and it could be because your gifts are heightening, and now you may be realizing you're telepathic. Oh. Yeah, and then we have clairsentience at the bottom of the deck. So yeah, so this is the most natural of the psychic senses. You're able to sense emotions and feelings of other people. So yeah, so your gifts are definitely heightening. And if you are pregnant, then oh my gosh, when you're pregnant, I swear your gifts heighten like crazy, right? Because you about to be in mommy mode, right? So yeah, and also I'm getting something about you need to work on your thoughts. Because maybe being in this five of cups upright and dealing with conflict and losing things and disagreements and struggles and worry and things like that, you may have been speaking negatively to yourself, in your mind. And so you're being asked to also work on the things you put into your mind. All right, let's get more information. And this could resonate with a man or woman, okay? Let's get more information. Please give me more information for Leo. Oh. All right. We have an attitude of gratitude and live your bliss. Yeah, you definitely living your bliss in this Scout of Wands card right here. The bottom of the deck, understand your body. Listen, I keep getting pregnancy. I get pregnancy with this, but if it's not pregnancy, there's a need for you to just understand your body on like a spiritual level. Okay? Understanding your body while you're pregnant and when you're not pregnant. Like, just as a whole, understand your body, but definitely on a spiritual level. On a physical level too, yes, of course, but definitely spiritually. So understand your spiritual body. Understand how your telepathy works. Understand how your clairsentience works. Okay, that's what I'm getting from that. All right, let's get more info. So we have fearless love. Then we have soul forgiveness. Look, 2 babies. I'm telling you, somebody pregnant with twins. I don't know if you know it or not, and I hope I didn't just ruin it, but somebody's pregnant with twins or they're about to get pregnant with twins. Then we have liberation. And then we have storms. Yeah. Like, I feel like because you finally realized some things, you're now in a place to where you're forgiving yourself. You're forgiving your soul. You're liberating yourself from whatever this conflict, loss, struggle, worry was. Okay? This liberation is helping you to weather the storm. Yeah. Whoever I'm speaking to could be 28 years old, 37 years old. Something about the number 13, which to me breaks down to a 4. So I just feel like this could be you creating a stable home, right? Because at first your home was upside down. And now with this liberation, it's whatever storm you had to go through, that is what's helping you rebuild. Yeah, it's helping you to rebuild and finally come home to yourself, because now your body is a home to your baby right now. So that's another reason why I'm getting this understanding your body type of thing. So yeah. It's because of this storm that you're able to get back home to yourself and be liberated and forgive yourself. And it's necessary for this because you have twins that's, coming into the world. So, of course, you want to get back stable emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually. And you want to actually have a physical, stable home for you and your family that you're about to create. Like I said, this could be for a man or a woman. It's like after having these children, you're going to have a fearless kind of a love. Somebody could be 25 also. I don't know if you've been battling like a 13-year cycle of like storms, like one after another in your life. All right, let's get more information. Please give me more info for Leo. Yeah, we have Always on Time playing. By Ja Rule. Yeah, so something's like right on time. Or it could be that you were always on time. You just had to like, remove yourself from some things or let go of some things or just let things just walk up out of your life. Something like that. So we have the villain line and the wrist line. So the villain line, it affects like the health and safety. Okay. When it comes to health, it may indicate that you need to pay attention to personal health and safety. Yeah. So in analyzing this card, it refers to health problems or accidental injuries that may occur in your life, interference or exclusion at work, misunderstandings and betrayals in relationships, or obstacles in careers. Yeah. So you could be in your villain era right now because of all the things you may have had. Maybe you've had health problems, right? Because maybe you had a couple of miscarriages or ectopic pregnancies or something like that. Maybe you got into an accident or something. Maybe there was interference of some kind, right? Because I said something about financial loss. So maybe interference or exclusion at work. So maybe you dealt with that. Maybe you dealt with a lot of misunderstandings. Maybe you dealt with a lot of betrayals in relationships and obstacles in your career. Like you've been going through a lot, basically. Basically. Okay. And then so for the wrist line, that affects like the nervous system. Okay. When it comes to health, it indicates physical weakness, mental decline, sleep problems, and neurasthenia. I think that's how you pronounce it. And so if you are a woman, you should be aware of gynecological diseases, and there may be difficulties in pregnancy and childbirth. I'm telling you, somebody here has dealt with some pregnancy struggles, but now, because God is always on time, you are going to be able to actually bear children this time around for whatever reason. I don't know if I don't know I don't know what you were going through, but God is always on time. And whatever you did, you're finally going to be able to have children. Maybe this is something you've always wanted. And so when analyzing this wrist line, it's about clarity and completeness, indicates a healthy body, a relatively sensitive nervous system, flexible response ability, a strong sense of professionalism, and a pursuit of excellence. But on the contrary, it could be that it indicates health problems, a lack of willpower, and the ability to complete tasks well. So I feel like you're no longer in that health problems and relationship problems and misunderstandings. I feel like you're out of that energy and you're more into clarity and completeness and having a healthier body and things like that. Yeah. Yeah, because at the bottom of the deck we have palmistry that indicates strength and vitality. Yeah. Yeah. You definitely build your strength and now you feel vital again. And you should be, because if you are pregnant, you definitely have to keep your vitals up. So, yeah. Good on you, Leo. Good on you. I don't know what you was going through and what you had to get rid of, but or what you needed to walk away from. But it's working out for you for the best. Okay? And if you're still stuck in this sadness, there's something that you need to realize. It's either something you need to realize what you thought you needed, you didn't need, or you need to realize that you have everything that you need. So let's get more info. We have self-discipline and petty gains. Bottom of the deck, evaluation criteria. Okay, now look here. All right, so I feel like you may have been so in dealing with all you may have dealt with, it may come off as if they were just petty gains, right? Maybe you were just chasing pennies. You were neglecting larger financial goals. You were chasing tiny profits, sacrificing long-term growth. Okay? It's like whoever, whatever, wherever you was dealing with, you wasn't getting much out of it. It wasn't beneficial for you. It was more beneficial for those peoples, those places, and those things than it was for you. So I feel like you got into a place where you like, you know what? I really need to evaluate my life, because what is this? You know, what is this? Because it was getting to the point where you were like missing out on potential. You was focusing on shortcomings. You know, things seemed unfair. And you had a hard time looking at the bigger picture. And so now that you realize something, or you will, you now are in a place of self-discipline, and you will box anybody who get in the way of trying to break down the structure you've built. Okay? Like, yeah, it's like you're not stuck in a bad routine that hampers your productivity. You're feeling more empowered. You're choosing sobriety over, drugs or alcohol. You're focusing on long-term discipline, no longer the short term. Listen, Leo, I'm loving this for you. Okay, so let's get more info. Yeah, we got boot up playing right now. So, I mean, maybe you've been booed up. Maybe whoever you're booed up with made you realize something that you've been needing to realize. And then before you know it, boop, here are these twins. Okay, hey. Nasty Leo. Okay. Maybe this person helped you realize that they're the only ones for you, that they won't hurt you. They won't put you in conflict. They won't have disagreements with you. And if so, it's something that can be worked out, so on and so forth. Okay. So let's get more information. Okay. So we have, I want to reach out to you. Your presence in my life gives me peace. Then we have, I've been dreaming about having a future with you. I will be there by your side when you're ready. I can feel your presence even though we're apart. Aww. Bottom of the deck, Sometimes I imagine how my life with you would feel. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, um, so maybe this person hasn't came along yet. And I feel like they're going to be the one to help you realize whatever you need to realize. This person may know who you are already because they want to reach out to you. Because you give your presence in this person's life, you give them peace. And you may not even know this about whoever this person is. But I do feel like y'all know each other. This person has been dreaming about a family with you. They're ready to be by your side when you're ready. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like you have to get over whatever you have to get over. And once you get over, I feel like this person is going to come in and help you realize some things. And then you're going to be, happy. This person can feel your presence when they're apart. That could be this thought power. So maybe you and this person are having telepathic communication and you don't realize it. Because maybe you're like, what is this? I feel like it's the person telepathically communicating to you. That's what that is. This person even imagines how life with you would feel. Yeah. So maybe you're past the stage of sadness, and this person is in your life helping you realize some things, and then the twins are going to come. If this hasn't happened already. And if you're still in a place of pain and not realizing things, work through that, Leo. Go ahead and work through that. So your boo can come on in and knock you up. All right, let's get some more messages. Please give me more info for Leos. All right. So we have try not to worry. We will bring helpful people into your life. Oh my goodness. Okay. So your ancestors, your spirit guides, they're working with you to get over what you need to get through. And they're going to bring this person into your life. And then it says birds are messengers we use to connect with you. So maybe that's how your ancestors and your guides are trying to reach out to you, is through birds. So be on the lookout for birds. And then we have fun. And you too must enjoy yourself. Yeah. Yes. And that's what I get. That's what I get with this. So whoever they about to send in and to support you, this person that's been thinking about you, can't imagine their life without you, and we're ready for you when you're ready. Maybe that's y'all's first date. Is going to go grab some pizza. Okay, but in the meantime, in between time, if you're past the sadness and still trying to live your life, you enjoying life right now, listening to good music, just enjoying yourself at this time. Bottom of the deck, we have take control of the situation. We know you can do this. Yeah, listen, your spirit team is backing you up. They know you got this. They know you got this. They know you have control of this situation. You may not have had control before. I mean, because if this was in the reverse, then no, yeah, you definitely lost control. But you have control now. You have control now. So yeah, listen, Leo, that is all that I have. Thank you so much for tuning in. This was a beautiful read. If this resonates, leave it down in the comments, okay? Yeah. So until the next episode.